Hi, this is Jacob. We're here again at Drewsen Gardens, and we're just going to talk for a little bit about what's called suckering the tomatoes, pruning the tomatoes. In some ways, it's similar. Some similar reasons to why we need to stake the tomatoes. Where one of the issues is thinking about disease and airflow. So one of the benefits of doing a little bit of pruning of the tomatoes is you're going to have less foliage touching itself and have more airflow. But the maybe perhaps bigger reason that we do it is to increase the yields. So the suckers are, what we call the suckers are the little branches that are kind of in between these notches, these nodes. So Sarah, can you see that? Like here's the main branch. Here's the lead branch, and then here's a side one, and then right in that little notch, there's this little thing growing.
Yeah, I see that.
We can take those out. Sometimes they won't fruit at all, and sometimes they'll fruit a little bit, more marginal fruit. So by virtue of taking them out, letting the plant focus more on the fruit. So Neely, if you want to come in closer with the camera, if you want to look at like right here is a good example. Right in between them.
Oh yeah, look at that.
You could show right here.
So there's a 3 where there should just be like a 2. There should be a Y maybe. We want to get rid of that one.
Right, right here.
Oh, that's a really clear one. There's the elbow, and then we want a Y,
right.
And instead we have a 3-prong.
Great, so I'll just take these out to show you. So if they're really small like this, you can just use your fingernails to take them out in a way that is not going to injure the plant. If they're bigger, I would take a knife. Great, so this is a bigger sucker, and I wouldn't use my fingernails because I really could injure it, more likely to injure it. So take scissors or a knife.
And you're going to do that whole
this whole piece right here. You want to be careful to not cut the things next to it.
Ta-da! Well done.
By doing that, you're just going to get more sunlight coming through and better fruit.
And should that be done on every single?
Yeah. I mean, again, typically you would do that. You might do that earlier in the season.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be, some of the suckers might be really large, and I wouldn't feel like you have to get to all of them. But as they continue to grow, or you find some smaller ones, you could still definitely do it, and it will help your tomato out.
Great.
I think a lot of us are in the same position of not having gotten to this until right now, so not a problem. Sarah, what's one wish that you have for your garden for the summer or for the initiative before we sign off?
I wish that the garden continues to flourish even though it's been super duper dry. And that we have a lot to share soon.
Fantastic.
It looks great. It's a wonderful, beautiful garden. Happy growing.
Thanks.
Thanks all.